promise I'ma take it to the peak. I was on fumes, now I'm on full, no bull. I remember when my tank was on E. I swear. Bet on me, 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 bet on me. Doing once, not twice, but try to me. No business to hell as you telling me. So driven, the game got a spell on me.
Welcome to another rendition of Turnbuckles and Turntables. I am your host, JJ Mosley. I got my boy Rossetti B with me today. Just a two live crew today. What's going on, man?
Yes, sir.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's happening with you, man? Nothing, just getting everything ready for first day of school over here. That's it. Got a K4, a K4 starter and a 6th grade starter. So a landmark day for 2 people in the house. So just trying to get that together.
I hear that.
Mobile trying to start early.
Yeah, boy. Let me tell you this. Yeah. Boy, they always started early. They always started early, yo.
I remember my grandma used to say, "Oh, back in my day, we didn't start school till September." I thought that was so cool.
September.
I was like, "What?"
Crazy.
September. Always been August my entire damn life, but
yes, it's always been August. It's always been August. Like usually like the first or a little bit second week of August usually.
Bro. But so to get straight to it, I didn't see. Usually, I think people get reports before announcements happen, but I didn't really see the ESPN deal coming. The WWE ESPN deal.
No.
That kind of took me by surprise when I saw it myself.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. What did you think about that when you got the information, when you got the news?
Okay. Considering WWE's relationship with ESPN over the past few years, it's been pretty good, especially with how they display like WrestleMania and things like that. I thought it makes sense. But then once you add in all the other things, like how are people going to watch, or is it going to cost more, or things like that, and there've been some reports that came out, even like I think you had tagged me in something that they kind of clarified on everything that you got a cable provider or whatever it is.
If you have ESPN linear, period,
like you should be okay. I think it's a cool move. I think it's really good. Because Triple H, he's kind of already established, sure, these people are they're just putting on a show.
Yeah, he's Dana White. He's a Dana White of this shit. Yeah.
Yes. So but
that's one thing that Unreal show has been saying and showing is that. But go ahead, we'll get back. We'll get on that too.
Yeah, we're gonna get on that too. Yeah, we're gonna get on that too. He wants to establish a kind of like that sports feel to it. So what no better than ESPN? And I know ESPN is kind of controlled by Disney as well, so it's kind of under that umbrella as well. So I think it could work. I think they said it starts as early as 2026.
I mean, this ain't the first time WWE. Am I wrong? Is Fox owned by Disney?
No.
Disney only owns 20.
Yeah. They only own
20. So they don't own the network, Fox Network. So never mind.
Yeah.
That would be a conflict because FS1 and ESPN are competitors. So never mind.
Yes. I think it's a really cool move. Triple H wants to establish that sports type feel to wrestling, especially specifically like WWE, of course. And I think it could
Lee Fitting is back. Lee Fitting is back with the fam, man.
Yes. Actually,
he found his way back.
He did. Absolutely.
I wonder how instrumental he was in this.
Yeah, man. That would be quite the deal. I mean, to be, man. I mean, they've been ever since Triple H kind of took control. They've been kind of like money wise, it's probably the most they've ever had. Like money, especially since like the TKO deal and all that is insane. I wonder, did they explain what they're doing with the library on with like Peacock and all that? Have they
No, they haven't, and I really hope that's clarified because I do want to get on that. As far as the ESPN deal is concerned, I had my concerns with it.
Yes,
because I'm echoing like crazy.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
As I was saying, no, I had my concerns with it myself. Especially when the report came that ESPN is having a different tier of their app where it's going to be $30 a month, and that's where the WWE PLEs are going to be. Now, I come from the era where pay-per-view events were $50 a month, so I in no way think this is the worst time, even if that was the case. But at the same time, when we used to spend $10 a month, 10 years ago, then it was 15 or whatever Peacock is now. I don't even pay attention to 30. That is a little aggravating. But then I saw where apparently there's a report going around that if you already have ESPN linear through like YouTube TV or something like that, which we do because how else are you going to watch SmackDown, so to speak? As long as you have ESPN, because one thing what the report said is basically ESPN doesn't want you to get rid of cable, so they don't want to add anything that's going to make you want to cut that cord. So one thing they're not going to do is do that. So apparently you should be good if you have ESPN in any kind of linear fashion already. So that means I'm in the clear because I got YouTube TV. So hopefully we good on that end, but we don't know. I mean, it's so damn early. But there's a few things with that. One, I don't know why SmackDown doesn't air live on Peacock, because Peacock is going to air every NBA game that's going to be on NBC is also going to be streamed on Peacock. NFL Sunday Night Football is aired on NBC and it streams on Peacock simultaneously. The same thing with what else is it? Oh, Saturday Night's Main Event, same thing. So I don't understand why SmackDown isn't always isn't streamed on Peacock as well. Now I know NBC isn't the same as USA Network, so maybe they just try not to neuter USA. Maybe that's kind of why because a lot of people, they know that if SmackDown is available on USA Network and Peacock, most people are gonna say, well, I don't need this cable thing. I'm just gonna go to Peacock. That's got to be the reason. I think that would help SmackDown out tremendously if it was available on Peacock as well. But whatever. Another thing that you said about the catalog, I'm interested because one thing this Netflix thing has shown me is that they're not interested. I don't think Peacock was because they launched with WWE or close to it and they really needed the numbers. Netflix and ESPN ain't hurting for numbers like that. So Netflix is in no hurry. We still don't have all the back catalog of Raw, and I don't think we're going to because it's been it's been over 6 months. It's been over 6 months, and we've got nothing. We've got select episodes from over the years, and that sucks because I was really watching. I've been watching a lot of like 03, 02, 03 episodes of Raw, and I can't do that. That's been completely stopped since they got off of Peacock. So I don't know. That part kind of sucks. I don't know if ESPN is going to do the same thing, and if ESPN is going to do the same thing, where they're not worried about, they'll probably have all the WrestleManias, all the SummerSlams. But if you want to watch Taboo Tuesday 2005, or the wrestling classic of '86, or Tuesday in Texas of '91, or Bash at the Beach '96, all of WCW pay-per-views, I think we're in some shit. I don't think we better hope that the WWE Vault YouTube channel really comes in clutch, because I worry about that awesome back catalog. That when it comes to that, I hope Peacock at least keeps that if ESPN is gonna not be serious about uploading it. But that's the only thing I worry about, man.
They could, I mean, they could keep it that on there. They keep that catalog on Peacock because I feel like WWE, they kind of have their hands in a little bit of everything. They got Netflix. There's a few things on there. And you got USA. You got SmackDown over there. Then you got NXT on CW. And you got
and that's so strange.
You got Evolve on freaking Tubi.
That's cool. That's cool.
The little biographies and shows like that on A&E.
Or A&E and LFG and all that.
Yeah, LFG. Like they have their hands in a little bit of everything. I don't see why they can't just maybe hopefully strike a new deal with Peacock and just keep the catalog over there. I personally I would do that. I think it's just probably much easier that way. Unless, I mean, they can move it to ESPN and probably maybe upcharge on when it comes to like the pay-per-views and stuff like and things like that.
Oh, I hope I really do hope the pay-per-view model is dead. I hope it continues to die because it's an outdated model. When Vince McMahon decided to get rid of the WWE to start the WWE network, I just remember how big of an idea that was because pay-per-views were going for $50 a pop, and he was about to sell them for $10 a pop, along with the back catalog. So you're also killing DVDs. But him or someone on his team knew that this was the future, and that's 100% right. I mean, you look at all these big boxing matches that are on Netflix now, not on Showtime pay-per-view or HBO pay-per-view. They're on Showtime. WrestleMania and all these big shows have been on Peacock forever now. They're going to be on ESPN. So I'm really hoping the pay-per-view model dies because I feel like it's outdated. It was revolutionary for its time, but it's gone. I hope AEW strikes a deal with HBO Max for live pay-per-views, or at least free on Amazon Prime, something like that. I'm ready for pay-per-views to go away. We already paying too many subscriptions, man. We paying too many subscriptions for all this shit to sit around and pay $50, man. Miss me with that.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, they need to just get rid of the pay-per-view model. Like, there should be like
the industry period.
Yeah, if you as a streaming service are going to incentivize like people coming to your app and downloading it and paying for certain plans and things like that, you gotta have something that's gonna grab the people's attention, of course.
Not only that, but I mean, like college football used to have pay-per-view games. You know what I mean? Like there was a time when if a network didn't pick up a game and it was like a bullshit game, but you just didn't want to miss your team, you'd have to order the pay-per-view or go somewhere like a Beef O'Brady's or Hooters or wherever to see who's going to be catching it, who's going to be playing it and watch it there. And now that there's SEC Network and Big Ten Network and ESPN3, that's been outdated. I feel like just across the board, pay-per-views over with. Remember all the titty pay-per-views that you would see on the when you would scroll on the TV guide, you should be reading the name, Busty Milfs 5 or whatever, like, and it'd be like $55. That shit's dead. That shit's all in our pocket. You know what I mean? Like just period. It's not just wrestling. It's not just football. It's like period. Like every avenue, every genre of entertainment you can think of. Pay-per-view's dead. You used to be able to order movies on pay-per-view. No one is fucking trying to do that when they have 4 or 5 apps that they're already paying for. Just like every avenue of pay-per-view, period. That every part of entertainment that use pay-per-view, you can't tell me it's not outdated. I think UFC is going to be the big one. And since WWE and UFC are under the same umbrella now, that TKO umbrella, that's going to be interesting to see if UFC does the same thing. If UFC has their if they do the same deal with ESPN, That is what I'm looking forward to. I honestly believe Dana and UFC are probably going to be looking very closely to see how it works in WWE. Not only that, but they're also probably watching the boxing fights on Netflix. That's probably something Dana's watching very closely. The fights on Netflix and what WWE's about to do on ESPN, and they're probably watching very closely to see what they're going to do. Because I don't know what their buy rates is looking like, but I know they're probably not as strong as they were, just because of how the industry is.
I know if you have like ESPN Plus or something like that, you can get like those UFC pay-per-views and things like that. I know that for sure. I seen it on there. We're already paying for. You can pay for Netflix and Hulu and Peacock and all these other things. Like just
Hulu's going away. Hulu's just going to be a section of the Disney Plus app. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, damn. I mean, I knew it was coming. Like something had to be coming.
That's one less app we got to worry about. Put that
But
on
it's
the
like,
Disney. Now you just paying for one app. I'm happy for it.
Yeah, but how much is that going to be? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I mean, I pay for the bundle anyway. I got the Disney bundle, so I couldn't even tell you.
You got the bundle. So
the
you got
ESPN app is so fucking aggravating. I got to sign in every time, every single time. Yeah, and they're such a pain. It's such a pain in the ass. At least on my Xbox it is. On my phone it's fine. But yeah. I mean, but I'm interested in how all that works. I'm interested to see how.
Yeah, because once you go on the Disney Plus or whatever, I saw like, oh shit, they got Hulu on here and all that. I was like, all right, cool. And then I'll see some of the Disney shows and things like that on Hulu, and all right, okay, cool. They must be kind of working together or whatever. And then obviously months or so down the line and everything, and the news that just came out that they basically get bought out, and it's gonna be just one whole thing. I just hope it's not a crazy charge or anything. So I'm paying for no ads, and it's not a crazy amount of money either. It's not a crazy amount.
On which app is this? Disney Plus?
Hulu.
Yeah, I got ads on Hulu. I got
no ads is like $18.99.
The only thing I don't pay ads on is Netflix and Peacock. I got ads on everything else. Are you keeping Peacock in 2026? That's the question.
I don't even know because
I don't know either.
I just got rid of it. I'll be honest with you, I just did.
You got rid of Peacock?
Yeah, I just did. I haven't until the 24th or something like that.
Oh, you just going?
Mine went from $7.99 to $10.99. I was like, nope.
Oh, you just about to go on your
starting this now. Not starting it, bro. No.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna go to. I don't know because I enjoy the movies that they have on there. A lot of the Universal movies that be adding on there pretty early. I enjoy Bel Air a lot. I love Bel Air. I want to get more into Twisted Metal.
I've been wanting to watch it, but I'll probably check it out or something.
Yeah. There's a few things on Peacock that I've liked. That I wouldn't mind keeping.
I still was trying to watch, because I've been meaning to watch Bel Air. So I know you had told me about it. I just never watched it.
Yeah, I like it. I think they've done a good job. Did you see where Will Smith did the whole you disrespect me on the stage, expect me on the stage.
No, I did not see that. What? When did he say that?
He was doing a freestyle and he said something just know, don't, and if you know, or he said, and just so you know, if you disrespect me on the stage, expect me on the stage.
What?
Yeah. I mean, as a line, just on some rap shit. As a line, I like it. I think it's cool. Like I like the it's an obvious reference to something we all know about. I think it's tight. But like on a human being level, I ain't fucking with it. You can't apologize. You can't like you already like you did it, which I'm not gonna get into you doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's something personal going on between them two. I think it goes deeper than that night, but you can't apologize. You can't like just make this apology video, which in my opinion sounded sincere. He's obviously a very good actor, but I felt it was sincere. And I took him for his word when he apologized for it. But you can't apologize for it and then turn around and make a bar out of it. Like, yeah, I did it. You know what I mean? It's conflicting energy. So I never like conflicting energy. We're incomplete people. So, I mean, we're going to have conflicting energy sometimes, just human nature. We're hypocrites, just human beings in general. But, you know, nobody's above reproach. And as a big Will Smith fan, I've defended Will Smith on this podcast before, but I wasn't, on a human being level, I wasn't fucking with it. I didn't like it. And not only that, but there's like a few things about that bother me. Like, because I remember like he was in an interview one time and they asked, "Hey, so how did it feel after everything that happened? You know, dealing with yeah." So I think one time he did an interview and they asked him something like, "Oh, how did you take the negative publicity that you got from that incident?" And I remember he said some shit like, "Oh, it was a brutal experience, like trying to like brutal and beautiful and shit like that." I don't know. It fucked with my spirit a little bit, like when how he tried to like twist it into like he was like a victim, like you know what I mean. Especially after he apologized. So there's so all that, and then he's just the whole disrespect me on the stage, expect me on the stage. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna let you cook, but
this dude Will Smith
I
trying
ain't
to
fuck
be
with it
different,
too
huh?
much. I ain't fuck with it too much.
You
On a
trying to
human
be
being level.
different. Okay. All right. You trying to just I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with Will, man. Ever since that whole thing, I think it kind of messed with him a little bit. I think it has.
That red table talk, it's been different ever since.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I agree. It's been a totally different. Obviously, acting wise, he's still great. He's still a great actor, but it's just
I defend his rapping. I defend his rapping.
I understand you defend his rapping, but like
that pretty girl shit was hot when you changed the beat. You ain't gonna tell me when you dropped the EP of the remixes. I don't want to hear shit. The shit was hot.
It was good.
All they had to do was speed it up.
I agree. I agree. I'm glad Will noticed that too.
I like how he took the criticism and he just said, "Okay." Like that's a boss move. That's a boss move.
That's what you're supposed to do. Absolutely. Take the criticism.
I hear what he said. Like you ain't got to be in line tonight. Night. One phone call you involved. Turn on. Try pose. I ain't gonna hold y'all, man, but I fucked with it. Once the beat changed, I was like, this was bad. Maybe I'm an easy customer. I don't know.
That was dope. That was dope.
Yeah. But yeah, it fucked with me. I saw the rumors of it all week, but then like when I saw the Karrion and Scarlett news, that was sad. That was sad for me to see.
Yes, it's a very sad thing. I'm still kind of holding out. It's kind of like a R-Truth situation, kind of.
They can't keep doing that.
I know, but
just as a company, they're not going to be able to keep doing that.
Here's the thing, though. When you see people gather around this person, right? Gather around these two people, right? One of them wanting better for them, right? They've tried a little bit of everything with Kross, right? Even when they first brought him back, he attacked Drew. It's when the whole bloodline was still going on.
Yeah, the time he had the hourglass thing. Yeah.
Which is, I was like, okay, all right. They brought him back in a big way. So now it's time to capitalize on that. And I feel like they kept trying and trying. He can talk. He can talk his ass. He can talk. But like nothing was sticking. Even I was hoping when they brought back Paul Ellering and AOP, I was like, all right, okay, here we go. This is it. And it just did not work. Now, over the past, how long you would say he's been kind of bubbling? How long would you say, Blake?
It was post heading into Mania. There was a little bit of buzz on the internet, but it went into overdrive post Mania with that interview.
The interview, right?
Yeah, the interview, that podcast interview, yeah.
Yeah, so like that's when it kind of really started like, okay, all right. Like they may have something. And people have been paying attention to his words or how he does his hair or things like that, or if he's in the background he's doing something, or he's being the little devil on your shoulder. He's been a shit stirrer basically. That's what he's been. And I feel like if WWE sees that, especially like Triple H, right? He loves telling them he wants to give the fans what they want, right? It's what he's always wanted to do, like give the fans what they want. He's always chronically online, paying attention to what the fans want. If he can't give like these two here, because the fans are paying attention, the fans obviously want it. I'm hoping he doesn't let off. If there is a deal being done, because there was a report that there was a deal on the table.
They were moved to the alumni page.
I know. There was a report that came out earlier this morning that there was a deal on the table earlier this week for Karrion and Scarlett. And then the report came out. Obviously, they've been moved to the alumni section.
Maybe it was a pay cut. Maybe it was a pay cut, and Karrion and Scarlett didn't think maybe they thought that was worth more than that. I don't know. These are private matters, until someone speaks up. But I'm curious on what happened.
That is true.
I do wonder. I don't know, because Karrion is somebody who has distinctively cared about his presentation.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
He's somebody who's, man, I tell you like this. Karrion is somebody who was not given the ball for a long period of time. And they cut him. They brought him back. They gave him the ball, but didn't give him the ball. Then it was nothing. And he's slowly. We talked about this on the show when it was going on, but he slowly was gaining a fan base. People were experiencing the effort that he was putting in, even the subtle things, the Easter eggs he was putting in. Like, it all mattered. You know what I mean? So you're gonna get a section of fans that see that and appreciate it. And he also has a section of fans that don't like him on the internet. I've seen them. I've heard them. Anytime it's like the Jey Uso thing. Maybe not as big, but it's there.
It's the once the bell rings type people.
Yeah, and he's a competent wrestler. You know what I'm saying? He's not a great technical wrestler. Like, I'll give people that. He's not Aleister Black or anybody like that. But
he's serviceable.
When the fuck was that the barometer in the WWE? Like, since fucking when? Like, I was so surprised that Vince didn't love Karrion. Because, like, I'm even more surprised that Triple H had him as the NXT champion. And then, when he got to the main roster under his care, what happened.
Yeah.
Just Vince, with the entrance and the presence and the look. I'm surprised Vince didn't love him and made him cut his hair and look like a fucking scoundrel and all that shit that he was doing.
Yeah, it made him like is it dominatrix or the hell like a mask? It was all bad. It was all
I was so surprised Vince didn't love him. So then, like, when that didn't work and Hunter brought him back, I don't understand. Here's the thing. When they did the Final Testament thing, and I said it on the show, I don't know what's missing because he's got a good look. You got his wife, she fits. Then you got Paul Ellering, the legendary manager. You got the two heavies, AOP, great tag team. It's supposed to work. For whatever reason, it didn't work. They even put them over at Mania against Street Profits, and it didn't. What I don't know, it's one of them things that, like, I don't know what's missing, but it was missing. But whatever, they cut that, and it was sad to see it's in. But then Karrion started cooking by himself, and it was small things. They gave him little bitty things, but he was making it work. He was doing something with it. He got people's attention, and he carved out a niche of fans that was rocking with him. So it's always sad to see that shit go away. But what's even more crazy is he had 2 PLEs back to back, and there were 2 stadium shows at that, and they were against one of the more over wrestlers in Sami Zayn and one of the better technical wrestlers that they had. So there's a piece of me that wonders either A, Karrion and Scarlett didn't like their contract, whether they felt like they deserved a pay raise or they were given a pay cut and they just didn't like fuck that, you're not gonna do that to us. Or, and at least in the WWE's mind, okay, we're gonna give them this feud with Sammy is their tryout. And maybe in their mind, in WWE's mind, he failed that tryout because maybe those matches weren't that high. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm just trying to get in the mind and see how this decision's come to be, because you don't release talent after you put them on the SummerSlam card in a one-on-one match against one of your bigger stars. That usually don't happen. So I'm trying to get in their mind. I'm trying to rationalize it. It's not making sense. And I know Karrion dropped a video today on YouTube talking about, and it was a really well produced video. I didn't watch all of it. I watched a little bit of it, but it made my heart break even more for him, because he talked about how he really wanted WWE and all that. What the fuck is that? I can't see that. It's blurry. What? Huh? Dog, you're muted.
Sorry, his WWE contract ended today. That's what it was called.
Yeah,
that was the name of the video.
Yeah, his contract. Yeah. That video. It's sad to see. I don't know. I don't know what more you would want for him other than just being a better technical wrestler. But at the same time, when the fuck do we care about that? It matters. It matters. But he's competent enough to have a decent storytelling match. That's all you need in WWE if you have a badass character. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe the way they look at it is Sami Zayn is such a great wrestler. If he can't carry you to a great match, then get out of here. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to rationalize it. It's hard for me too. I really wish he was still in the company. I feel like he had more to give.
He did.
Especially character wise.
Oh yeah, I absolutely agree. I think he had way more to give. It just sucks that he won't be able to do that in WWE, but hopefully somewhere else he can. Hopefully somewhere else.
Yeah, and what's up with this complete retcon? It's with this John Cena heel run. They are they admitting it was a fuck up? Is that what is that what this is? I don't.
I think so.
It's so weird. Like even the John Cena, like our truth is back to being our truth. Like what the fuck?
He gaslit.
Yeah, now that was funny. You can say whatever you want about how lazy it is. Cena's delivery and all this has been great.
Yes.
Everything from the I'm sorry promo basically to his interaction with Truth. It's been great.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. How it started off, I think there was like, it's like up there. I was like, all right, this is a peak right here. This is a peak. All right. You gotta stay somewhere right there. You gotta stay there. But then it kind of slowly went down. Had the match with Cody at WrestleMania. It was cool. You know, it was cool. Glad he won the title. Glad he broke the record.
Yeah,
he broke the record, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, all right, okay, what you gonna do now? It honestly didn't start cooking until like, I mean, even when he was going against Randy, that was good. I like that. That was great. But like once he got to Punk, it was like, boom, we there. I think that's when it started cooking. But if it didn't start off on such a high with him, with The Rock and all that, I feel like the run could have lasted a little bit longer than 5 months. Yeah.
It lasted as long as I thought it was going to last.
The last 5 months, I mean, it was.
Yeah, there was no way he was retiring as a heel. He was going to have a good 2 or 3 month reign as a babyface in his way out.
Exactly, and like the middle part is where things got really like hot, like from the Punk match to Ron Killing's returning, which was a huge moment.
Yeah, that was wondered.
That was huge, a huge moment. To even leading up to like when that was, was it Money in the Bank?
It was Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. Yeah. That was pretty good. The Punk just turning back the clock. That was perfect. To the pipe bomb. Oh, just perfect. I think Triple H knows he could have done better with it. I think the fans think they probably could have done better with it, but it served its purpose. We all wanted to see Cena as a heel on this last run. We got it. Could have been better, yes. But am I satisfied with it? Yes, because it served its purpose.
So yeah, the heel turn in a vacuum, the moment was incredible.
Yes.
The sell your soul shit and all that was a really cool thing with Cody. When it turned out Cena was the one who was going to do it, it was interesting. You wonder where it was going to go. The Rock not showing up and everything did lead to some confusion because with the turn, it looked like that's where they were going. It was going to be this alliance. It was going to be this group. It was going to be just John, Travis, and The Rock.
Yes.
Now, I was a little relieved that we did get Cena versus Cody on the mic by itself. That way they could just have their back and forth without the nonsense, without the bells and whistles around them. The Rock takes a lot of air out of the room. He's The Rock. Yes. So if The Rock was in there, he was going to take a lot of air out of that room. It would have led to some good TV because The Rock is just that good. You saw what he did the year prior at WrestleMania 40, but I was a little relieved that he got to let it cook. But at the same time, you can't deny that what looked like a big part of the story was just not there. So you can't not acknowledge that. So I get that. But as far as how I'm looking at the Hill Runner, this is just me. You could say I'm biased. I don't run away from my bias. You know, everybody knows I'm a Cena guy. So like, it just is what it is. But as far as the Hill Run for me is concerned, after the heel turn, you had the Cena the first promo he cut as a heel. You know, he made us wait 2 weeks for that promo. We didn't know what was going to happen. It was a you people promo, you know, and a lot of times that's like the first promo you cut as a heel after turning heel, and it's almost cliched. But in my opinion, you can say whatever you want and say I'm wrong. That was my favorite you people promo I've ever heard. And not only that, but it was most justified you people promo because it was like
it was very justified.
He went 20 years of getting bullshitted on. So you had that promo, and then he kind of, I ain't gonna lie, he kind of did the same promo the week after, and it was good because John's not gonna miss on promos. But yeah, it wasn't captivating like the last one. But after that, you get the Cena and Cody back and forth promo on Raw, which was incredible. Had bars, both people. That really, really, to me, I already thought Cody was the guy, but the way Cody took those barbs that John threw at him and like competed with it, you could say Cena won, you could say Cody won, but the fact that it was a matchup told you what you needed to know, because you know what happened when they put Roman in that position in 2017, or Austin Theory in that position the year prior or the 2 years prior. That really, really like showed you. So like, and then they had another back and forth on SmackDown before Mania. Shit was incredible. So then boom, right after that, you had the match at Mania. The match was what it was. It wasn't, they showed at SummerSlam what they could do. You know what I mean? So it did fall short of that. It served its purpose. It was fine. The Travis Scott thing, I could understand why that would be confusing because Rock wasn't there. It did feel a little drawn out. Whatever. That if you want to call that an L, I get it. I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to die on that hill. But like right after that, you got the Randy shit. You got to see the Cena and Randy back and forth. You got to see, you know, one of my favorite moments of Cena was when Randy was trying to tell him the joys of being a dad as a babyface.
Dad, you'd be a father. Like what?
Like what? And then John was like, "I've been too busy raising everybody's kids for the last 20 years." And then like he said something to somebody's kid, and he looked at the dad and said, "Don't look at me like you're gonna do something."
Ooh, all right, man.
Nice. Everybody talks about the kid in Brussels, but they don't talk about when he tried to punk out some kid's dad. They missed that one.
Cena was talking real spicy, boy.
So you got that. Then you got that match at Backlash, which I had so much fun. I was 14 years old again watching that match, man. That
was fun.
Loved that match. And not only did we get that nostalgic match, but we got the match with the roles flipped. I appreciated that. On to that, you got the R-Truth shit. Now that could have been done better. It led to a really cool moment, but hey, that really ain't Cena's fault. That really ain't Cena's heel run's fault. But you had the R-Truth shit. You had a team up with Logan Paul that had some really good mic moments. I love the whole bar of where what he ain't paid his dues, but he's paying your mortgage. like which you know what I mean? You had that. You had the Punk shit. Obviously, we knew that was going to be the best part. They gave us what we wanted as far as nostalgia is concerned, because they gave us the Randy run back. They gave us the Punk run back, and you had the pipe bomb moment. You had Punk, you know, doing the freestyle and all that. Then their match was crazy. Their match was fun, mad nostalgic. Yep. And you turn around and you got the SummerSlam shit. And yeah, the match is gonna go down as one of the best matches in both of their careers. It was a fantastic match.
Seeing Cena be the Cena of old.
That's what I want to get to. Yeah, so John, it was lazy how they did it, but John is such a good promo that when he was doing that promo on SmackDown, you couldn't help but get into it. And he acknowledged everything there was to acknowledge. It ain't like he didn't acknowledge it. He said, I was given this idea and that I was left out to dry. I had to pretend somebody. So he hit all the beats he had to hit. But yeah, I mean, you can't help but feel it was forced. But John is such a natural promo, and he was able to cut that babyface promo where he's just basically being the quarterback in the locker room giving you a pep talk that like you felt it. You know what I mean? That the only platinum rapper coming to whoop your ass is me. You know what I mean? So you could tell from the crowd. You could tell from the crowd, you know, that they were feeling it. They were ready. And like Cody toasting with the Hulk Hogan beer, it was a cool moment. So that's pretty much the hill run. The hill run was fine to me. I didn't mind the hill run. I thought it had a lot of good moments. I'm appreciative of it. I thought it was a cold ass entrance. I love the all blacked out with the title on the back, giving everybody his ass to kiss. The towel. It gave one night stand vibes with the title up.
Yes,
you know what I mean? It gave the same vibe. We got that every week. It was a cold ass entrance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the announcing.
Grayson insert city here with his presence one final time. I thought that was cold. Him being announced as the greatest of all time and him being a babyface doesn't work. I'm not gonna lie. He looks arrogant, but
the unseen 17.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Well, one thing about as far as to wrap up on the hill run, I had a really good time with it. I'm not gonna debate that it was the best or it couldn't have been better, but I still put it over Austin's hill run in 2001. I wouldn't put it, because that Austin Hill turn was such a big deal in 2001 when he turned on Rock and joined forces with Mr. McMahon at WrestleMania 17. But as cool of a moment as that was, he had barely nobody to work with after that. I put Cena's heel run over that. I still put it over that. It still ain't touching Hogan's heel turn, but with NWO and all that. But I personally wouldn't call it a flop, man. I mean, people can say I'm being biased, but I had a lot of enjoyment out of it. But it did end pretty quick, or at least maybe not quick, but
abrupt.
Even though he did lay trinkets of Easter eggs and stuff in between, as far as like his crowd reactions and stuff like that. But
yeah, like when you see like people taking videos and him just kind of like fighting it, seeing the crowd, he's kind of looking at the crowd like.
Yeah, so it was there. It was subtle, but it was there. I tell you what, this is one thing the heel turn did do. John was the number one guy for so long, and he had 50-50 reactions everywhere. Even when that stopped, like 2018, 2019, when he was getting mostly cheers, he was always getting big. He was always getting the biggest reaction. Always. But even with that said, there's something about that night at SummerSlam. The music hits, the screen's all blacked out. The Tron goes colorful, which is something that everybody saw for years, and it was just what it was. But because it was taken away from everybody for 5 months, everybody, how hard it is for a stadium to sound loud, an outdoor stadium at that. It sounded so fucking loud, and like he comes out in a colorful shirt, and he's doing the rah-rah, and the crowd is just crazy.
I saw this video of this kid, right?
I saw the same video. He was losing his mind.
Right? Cena gear on. When Cena comes out, it's all blacked out, whatever, with his name. And then once that colorful graphic showed up, it was like, oh my God. It's on. It was nuts.
And not only that, but like, so everyone's going crazy. He does we're running you, and he does this. He does a salute. He runs.
Talking to Stu.
He runs. The crowd goes even louder when he runs. They're cheering the run. The most basic part of his entrance that no one really paid attention to and took for granted is now being cheered because it was taken away from them for 5 months. Yes. And now they're going fucking crazy. And they went crazy the whole night. They ate it all up. And then The next Friday when he shows up, the reaction is even louder because obviously it's in a small, it's in an arena, with a roof. But like, that was one of the loudest reactions I've ever heard for John was this past Friday. And it's like, all you had to do was take that entrance away for 5 months, and like it's back, and it's insane, man. It's crazy. Human nature, just how we take things for granted, and like it's the little things that we don't think we would miss. It's the little things that we didn't think we would miss, and then we get it back, and it's this rush of nostalgia or familiarity. And it's a really cool thing to witness, and I dig that we were able to witness that because he's always going to get loud reactions. I don't think his reactions would have been as loud as they would have been if we didn't have that heel run in 5 months for them 5 months.
Yes,
that's really fucking cool.
Not
gonna lie though, if they did the babyface turn just so he could fight Brock, let me tell you something. Heel Cena versus babyface Cowboy Brock honestly sounds pretty interesting to me.
That worked.
But
that would have worked.
It would have worked, but I don't know, man. I'm just so surprised Brock's back, man. I didn't think they was gonna do something.
Like,
as a company, I don't think I'd have done it. And I fuck with Brock's work, and I like as a fan, I'm excited to see him wrestle. But
I was like,
I was surprised. Like, I don't know how to make that move, but
what? Like it's now the day after everything's kind of worn off. I was like, he was named in that suit like 44 times or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. His name was listed 44 times. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean did he do anything with the?
No, he's not being sued at all. He's not in a criminal suit. He's not in a civil suit. He is named in a very serious suit, though.
Yes.
Like, that's not to be
there's not to
downplay.
It's just his name listed in there. Me personally, if his name is not cleared, do not bring that man back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not making that move. I'm not making that move. It made for a cool moment.
Work rate wise, Brock, one of my favorites. Absolutely, especially that when he came back around, was that at 2012? I want to say
2011.
2011, huge deal, fucking insane. But like this right here, WWE, Nick Khan, whoever it is, this is not the right.
Honestly, Jones was probably sitting there like,
what the fuck?
Oh,
yo, I had just thought about him too, but I was like, honestly, Jones got to be punching the air right now, yo.
I know Enzo Amore looking like,
like, bro.
I mean, granted, when you're a big star like that, it's not the same. You know what I mean? But I mean, WWE brought in Mike Tyson when
that is very true.
Tyson's got the
Tyson,
the checkered legal history that he got, and it was in '98. But not to get into that. That's old shit. But yeah, bro. I wouldn't have made the move. I mean, like, I'm looking forward to seeing him wrestle John. I'm not gonna lie about it. I just personally wouldn't have made the move.
You hear what John said? I've been doing this for 25 years. They what do you say?
They bring him out or something. Yeah, he very slickly tried to get out of that shit. Triple H said. Triple H tried to put that all on him.
Oh, that he wanted.
Triple H on the press conference. Triple H on the press conference said he didn't say John wanted him. Yeah.
What he said?
But when asked, he said it's about giving John what he wants or something, or giving John the opponents that he would like or something.
Jesus, man.
John got out of that quick.
No,
Which I knew that was bullshit anyway, because John's very clear that he doesn't pitch anything.
Yeah, he said
that he doesn't pitch opponents.
All right, okay.
Which is crazy. That I actually wanted to bring this up.
Yeah.
Because John notoriously for the last few years, he says that he doesn't like pitching anybody. He just wants to be useful. He wants to show up. He wants to be a soldier. And like, all right, what you want, I'm going to do everything I can to make it the best. And I just want to do something for the company that made me. I appreciate it. I respect it. I admire that mindset. I really do. There's a piece of it though where I feel like maybe sometimes he could have used that stroke that he earned for the better. And I'm gonna give an example of that because I wish I remember what interview it was, but I saw a headline. Who was it that was interviewed? Was it Jason Jordan? It was someone who works in the back. But they basically said when John Cena found out that his match with The Undertaker was cut to 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, whatever it was, that he was devastated. And I was like, damn. One, I'm not really surprised. How could he not be? But two, that just brought me back to Undertaker retelling the story about how ashamed he was of his match at WrestleMania 33 with Roman and how he trained vigorously and he worked his ass off so we could have a classic at WrestleMania 34 the next year in New Orleans. And it was going to be against Cena. He was looking forward to it. Cena was looking forward to it. Cena basically built the match by himself with the promo, which was great. We couldn't wait. They did a whole will he not show up deal. Really cool. Yeah, all that. And Taker said he trained for all this, and then it was found out that, oh no, Taker's just going to squash him. He's going to squash John. Now, I'm not going to lie, dog. I was there in the stadium that day. It was a fun squash because, one, he did that to John Cena of all people. Two, Taker looked great. He was jumping up and down, doing all that. And it was the shock factor of Undertaker looking good after a year, and two, doing that to John Cena of all people. Cool moment. I didn't feel underwhelmed at the time. It was a really cool moment. So I'm not going to say it didn't work, but what could have been, because apparently Taker, with all the stroke Taker has, Taker was like, I trained for this X amount of time. I'm getting X amount of time. He ain't wasting my time. I'm here to, I'm going to blow the fucking roof off of this joint. So Vince says, I don't think it needs to be this. And then Taker said, all right, I'm talking to John. And then he goes to John, and John just kind of goes, yeah, you should squash me. I talked so much shit about Undertaker. It's the only way. You have to squash me. And such a company, man. I get it. You were nothing before WWE. You owe your life to him. You gonna ride that path. I respect it. But now I know how he really felt about it. He could have easily. How easy would it have been if John fucking Cena and Undertaker, these two pillars of your company, go to Vince and say, no, we're going to have the match that we plan to have. What do you think Vince is going to do? Vince is going to let them do it.
Vince going to listen.
Vince is going to let them do it.
He knows.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So it's like, damn, John, you really could have used that clout to have this classic Taker. What a missed opportunity. Now, I ain't going to say the squash wasn't fun because it was. The fake out with Elias and all that, it all worked. But, man, that would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
What does a Cena retirement tour, farewell tour, look like under Vince?
I don't know. Maybe a little safer. Now, we know from the Unreal show that Bruce Pritchard pitched the heel run.
Mm-hmm.
If Bruce pitches it to Vince and Vince knows he has Cody, maybe Vince still does it. Maybe it's worse. Maybe it's better. I don't know. There's a lot of circumstances. There's a lot of circumstances involved. I don't know. The Travis Scott thing probably doesn't happen. Oh, another thing with the Unreal shit.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Yeah.
I'm such a fan of Travis Scott. I liked seeing him in WWE. It was cool, whatever. I fuck with Travis. Why did Triple H say when they decided to do the heel turn that the first person he called was Cody, and the second person he called was I can't remember, but the third person he called was Travis Scott, and like the fifth person was John. Why? Now, obviously Travis has to be in on it because Travis, he was going to be in the ring when it happened. But like, why is he so fucking high?
Right?
Like, I gotta tell Travis. But it blew me when I heard it. I felt like I was watching a parody when he said that shit. I was like, "You're not gonna elaborate on why it's so important that Travis needs to know before John Cena of all people."
Yeah.
But that was really cool. That heel turn episode was my favorite episode. I liked how Triple H basically directed it without the truck knowing anything. So
yeah, like what?
That was really, really cool to see.
It was cool how they honestly, like it's the weirdest thing seeing these people we watch every week say the real names. And
yeah, that is weird.
Yes, it is such a weird. Hey, my name's Cody Rhodes, but my real name is Cody Runnels. What?
No, it ain't.
No, your name is Cody Rhodes, sir. Cody Rhodes. But it was the show really broke down. I mean, a lot of things like even like the writers' room type deal.
Yeah, I enjoyed the writers' room. That was my favorite part. Was the writers' room.
Just kind of seeing like who was in there or like who was pitching or who was producing these matches, like Abyss or
the timing and all that. That was really cool seeing that.
Move, how important the ref is in the matches and how they direct what superstars are supposed to do, or if there's a time, like you said, like a timing issue or anything like that. It was really cool. I really liked it.
Yeah, I can't believe that they were about to have Kevin Owens be WWE champion. They were going to have for a punishment for putting us on the soul. They were going to have this fresh Cody have to defend his title against Kevin Owens, who just had this unsanctioned match and got bludgeoned to death earlier, and bludgeoned to Kevin was going to beat fresh Cody. And somehow that wasn't going to bury the fuck out of Cody. And not only that, but the crowd would have cheered their asses off because they were in Canada.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Again, you got to pitch shit. You got to be bold enough to just say shit. So I don't mind them saying shit. And I'm just glad it didn't go through the cracks. But imagine if they had done that shit.
That would be nuts, actually. Remember
oh my God.
Remember the Chelsea Green, the guy that pitched? Yeah. I was like, what?
I fuck with it. I'm glad it didn't happen, but I fuck with it. See, I ain't gonna lie. I like the idea that they have a creative team that is bold enough to just pitch shit like that.
Yeah, why don't we just do this right here?
You got to be bold.
All right. Yeah, no, I get that. You do have to be bold.
You know, you don't want to play it too safe all the time. You know, just
that was hilarious. Just how Chelsea Green just
yeah, just automatically wins 28-29
He was like, what? Like, what are you doing?
Great.
Yeah, no, that was fantastic. To seeing them acts like, oh, are you good? Like, are you all right? Like when they take like certain moves or like even like that. Was it the Rumble with Cody and KO? Boy, that match was brutal.
Yeah, it was. It was scary to watch that one spot with the ladder.
That match probably put some as to why like Kevin is out right now. Like usually, the Cena heel turn, that episode that was pretty good. I know how they explain like what's a heel or what is a face, and that was cool. I guess that was cool. I don't heels and faces, at least in this. I don't feel like in this era right here. I feel like it doesn't matter.
I wouldn't go, so it matters less.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters.
I can't say it doesn't matter because in every storytelling aspect, you have to have a protagonist and you have to have opposition. You have to have an antagonist. And it is a lot easier when there are wrestlers who have heat going against wrestlers that are genuinely loved. That is a formula that still works, and it should never go away completely. But gray areas should exist. Damian Priest and Aleister Black is a great example of that.
Yes.
Who's the heel there? Sometimes people just have differences, and they might both be decent people, or they both be flawed people, but they have a misunderstanding, and now they beefing with each other. Wrestling storylines can reflect that.
Who is the heel in this?
There isn't it. I don't look like there is a heel. Aleister was minding his own business. Truth got in his business. Dame was being a solid homeboy of Truth, and he was
his man's.
And he was like, yo, man, like just leave him alone. He's fine. And Aleister rightfully said, all right, well, if you want to step in, then it's your beef now. And like, who's the there's no heel in that. They both are fighting for their principles.
Yeah.
And that's fine because that's real life. That's how a lot of conflict is. There's not always a straight up heel and a straight up baby face. So I wouldn't say that it doesn't matter because I still think that's a tried and true story beat that should never go away. And I think it'll always be there to an extent. But you can have these gray areas.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that story in itself is a perfect example of that. You know, like is there another one is there another story like that? I mean, you got like shit like Dominic. He's obviously a heel. He's a chicken shit. He don't want to defend his title.
Yes.
That works. Someone like AJ Styles, a respected veteran, we want to see him win another title. That works. Mm-hmm. You know. Then you got Jay Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, two alpha females that both won a title. Neither one is nefarious. Neither one is villainous, and they both just want to scrap. So I mean, that's both work. Gunther is a heel, but Gunther's a heel, and he usually is fighting a babyface. That worked because Gunther he might not cheat, but he is arrogant. He's arrogant. He snubs his nose at people. He thinks he's better than everybody. It works. And when he wrestles an underdog who is likable, who is for the people. So both work. Both work. I wouldn't say one's better than the other. It just depends. Wrestling's a buffet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is a buffet. Yep, you're right. You get a little bit of everything.
You get the sports-centric stories, and you get the over-the-line stories that are a little crazy. Sometimes I got to remind myself of that. Not every wrestling fan's the same. Some people like different shit. And both WWE and AEW try to cater to both audiences at some point.
Yes. Yes. Speaking of AEW, how big is their roster?
I don't fucking know. I've said it before. I can watch Dynamite for a month straight, and there'll still be people that show up. Like, who the fuck are these people? I don't know,
bro. I mean, like,
they got a conveyor belt, man.
Like who? But I think it's because I don't watch.
Who got a bigger roster, AEW or the Bloodline family?
Well,
that's the question. That's the question we got to ask ourselves. Who's pumping wrestlers more?
It's like they won't hesitate to like you'll see some of your usual people that's on AEW. Hangman, Swerve, every Don Callis family member.
Yeah, he's got it's like a human family over there, man.
God, it's like it's turned to the damn NWO over there. It's so many people in that damn group. To
The damn Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, Wu-Tang. Oh no, for real. Facts. It's like it's so many. It don't even matter if they match together or anything like that. It's just so many. I mean, yeah, you see your usual suspect, but then they'll show somebody like what's his name? Like I know he's on the show like kind of often, like say like an AR Fox, you know what I'm saying, or like but give me a name. You can give me a name
of just a random AEW wrestler
that just shows up.
Who's that Queen? What's her name? I really like her.
Amanada.
Queen Amanada. Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, she's great.
She's really good.
She's great. I like her. I like her. She's great. She's great. Yeah. I mean, she'll show up every. Well, actually, she's been showing up quite often these past few weeks or so.
Yeah.
It's just their roster is very big,
robust.
Like
that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I can't front. I mean,
it's a very good thing.
I'm glad they make it. I'm glad they're getting their money. I know AEW pays well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
absolutely. It's just their roster is damn insane. I want to say, what's that on AEW? I'm enjoying what I'm seeing on AEW, but I feel like every match doesn't have to be 15, 20 minutes long. Like every.
I mean, that's their brand. I mean,
I know. I understand. This is where the real wrestle and best wrestler.
Yeah,
I get
super
it.
serve your niche. Super serve your niche.
Like, I shouldn't see. Like, what's the tag team called? The Outrunners. The Outrunners. They're like an 80s.
Yeah. I like their vibe. Their aesthetic.
Yeah. Well, like, I understand, but if it's like the tag team tournament or whatever, but like, I shouldn't see them going 15 minutes bar for bar with the Bucks. As much as I don't really like the Bucks, even though I am a little entertained with what they're doing right now. With them not being the EVPs anymore, they're getting kind of ribbed a little bit with their entrance and things like that. That's cool, I guess. It's funny, but I just don't think.
So you're complaining about. So you think there's too much wrestling on your wrestling show?
I know AEW's known for the wrestling. I know this. Is there a lot? Yes, absolutely. I've been watching a lot of wrestling these past few weeks, so it is a lot of wrestling. Compared to like a WWE, of course, and I mean they even wrestle a lot on NXT as well too. But it is a lot. It is a lot.
Yeah, but when you press play on a 2-hour wrestling show and you said, I'm going to spend my next 2 hours watching this, click.
Mm-hmm.
Do you expect there not to be wrestling on?
No. Oh, of course. I'm not expecting this. I'm watching these shows to be entertained, whether it's wrestling, whether it's promos, or whatever it is.
So you want more talk?
I mean, they do
or more? Okay, let me stop being crass. You want more character development?
I do.
Is that more fair? Is that fair?
I do. Isn't that fair? Isn't that a fair thing?
Okay.
I want more character development. I do. I mean, I like what they've done with Hangman. I like what they're doing with Swerve. I like what they're doing with who is it? I like the little Triangle of Madness. I think that's a dope group. The females. I just think I want just a little more character development. I know they can wrestle real good. Absolutely. They are like damn good. Damn
so
good.
I think both WWE and AEW try to cater to both sides of the fans. I just think one caters slightly more to one, where the other caters slightly to the other. AEW has good characters. Tony Storm, Hangman, Swerve. They have good characters. And they can have good stories as well.
Yes.
But they do feature more in-ring, you just bell-to-bell in-ring content. And that's kind of their market. That's how they differentiate from the WWE brand, so I'm okay with it. Where WWE, it's not how it was in the 80s where it's characters over everything.
Yeah.
They have a strong in-ring product as well. They let wrestlers do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
But as much as they have a good wrestling product,
mm-hmm.
they are story first.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm okay with that dichotomy. I like that there are two different sides of the coin.
Yeah.
But they're not complete. But they're not as different as people say they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're not as different as people say that. They're different. They're different. But both have stories, both have characters, and both have good ring products. They vary sometimes differently in presentation at times.
Yeah.
I have my own issues with AEW sometimes. I don't like how they prostitute the pile driver. They spam finishers, but WWE does that as well. That's not really an AEW thing. And honestly, I think spamming finishers work if the characters are big enough or the match has been hyped enough. It shouldn't happen on an episode of SmackDown every week or an episode of Collision every week. But if done right, that's fine. Just like the pile driver. Did the pile driver get hit between Punk and Gunther, or was it Cena and Cody? Cena and Cody, I believe.
I was Cena and Cody, yeah.
So let me tell you something, because it's only right that I mention this because earlier, because on this show a few weeks ago or a couple episodes ago, I criticized AEW for the amount of pile drivers that were given on one night, and then just the kickouts. So Cena and Cody did a pile driver spot, and Cena kicked out. The only reason I was okay with that is because if you remember, after the pile driver, there was like tiredness from both members. Like there was like, you kind of like felt the weight of the move, and the kick out was like, oh my God, how did he kick out? It wasn't a 1, 2 kick out. All right, let's get up and fight. You know what I'm saying? So little things like that. Like I got my own issues sometimes with AEW, and I got my own issues with WWE that I talk about on this show as well. But
yeah, I agree.
I do like that both shows, have a different way of doing things.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, I agree. They both do serve they can serve like the same audience, but at the same time, like AEW is gonna serve like a more not just casuals, I think, but more of that hardcore. Like they're gonna give.
And that's smart. That's smart.
The tax, the tables, glass, all these other things.
You want to go after the casual to an extent. You want to do that because that's really how you grow. That's really how you grow. But there's a large. I mean, look at all the people that fly over for WrestleMania every year.
Mm-hmm.
Those aren't casual. So there's enough people in this world that like wrestling that if you put enough marketing dollars in, like AEW does, that you can have a decent following by super serving that niche. But you want to be somewhat casual free. I mean, casual friendly. Which they have that.
Appealing. You want to be appealing.
Like the Hurt Syndicate, or when Jay Cargill was there, or
yeah.
I think MJF is casual friendly. You know, like I don't know what your deal is.
I don't know. He's cool, man. He's cool.
I don't know what your deal is.
I get it. But at the same time, I'm like, he's cool. He's cool.
What?
I think I prefer probably I know he's doing this beef with him and Mark. I know you're not the biggest fan of Mark, but I like Mark. Mark Briscoe.
Yeah, man. Mark Briscoe does nothing for me. He does absolutely nothing for me.
I like that promo. I mean, he did. You talk about like repentance. Boy, he did. The guy was gonna forgive him, or that was. I like that.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he'll win me over at some point, and if not, he probably don't give a shit. I'm sure he's wrestling served him well. He's doing fine. I just don't see how you. It's just wild to me that you put him over what MJF is. That's just crazy to me.
Go Mark. Go Mark. Go.
In what way?
Because MJF will be okay. He has the damn contract thing. He'll be fine. He gonna cash that sucker in. No, if he wins it, I don't know, but
yeah, I like him and Hurt Syndicate. What's going on with that? I'm curious how.
Man, he's out, man. He's out.
Obviously, he's gonna be beefing with them. I'm curious how it plays for him.
Get him out.
Yeah, I mean that was never a permanent thing. That was clearly a story building move.
I mean, unless MJF has his own clique, I guess, but I don't know. Why don't you just do that? Get his own clique.
I don't know. It didn't work out so well when he had Adam Cole.
I guess he works better alone. I guess, right?
Yeah, that was a great story too. Him and Adam Cole.
I heard it was a pretty good story.
Because like it broke down MJF's character to where he was an asshole so much because he don't have friends, and he's afraid to be vulnerable because he's never had friends. And when he finally had a friend like Adam Cole, he was like a puppy dog. You know what I mean? So it was sentimental, man. Like it was done really well. And when he got burnt there, he went right back to being an asshole. You know, like
damn. Is it kind of like what they're doing with Charlotte?
No, they were friends. Like they were really, really friendly. Charlotte and Alexa, you know that they're already liking each other, but like at the beginning, it really was on some, we ain't even gotta like each other type shit. I think MJF and Cole was vibing a little better earlier.
I mean, I've seen like clips and stuff like that, and it looked like they was really like committed. Like, all right, you can see like they're.
It was a cool. It was cool.
Really cool shit. It's really cool to see these characters. Like you can tell when they commit to something, or if they're having fun.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like it's really cool to see like Randy, Randy Orton. You can tell he's having fun.
He's having a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Charlotte, you can tell
she's having a lot of fun right now, man. And I'm having a lot of, and the crowd's having a lot of fun with her. This is good for her.
Like it's very organic.
Very organic.
I'm like, all right, this is what we're doing. All right, let's do it. Because people been, I think people wanted this Charlotte, not the other Charlotte. I guess
it's a human.
Exactly human.
It's a human thing.
Yes, she had been through a lot, so I think it kind of even with. I mean, they even spoke about in the Unreal about with Tiffany and yeah. When I was script, I was like, oh damn! So that wasn't okay. That wasn't.
It made me feel good when I saw the footage of them hugging at the Mania.
Yes, that was. It was cool. It was good that she apologized and everything. It was so kind of. It was kind of cool that they didn't like freak out that she went off script. They didn't really like freak out about it. It was like, oh, she went off script. That wasn't in the script. She has to go apologize to Charlotte. And but Charlotte was already flustered by the crowd even before that. She was flustered.
Yeah, clearly. Clearly, she went on that game.
I was like, damn, I ain't never seen Charlotte this flustered. I never seen it.
Yeah, she wasn't ready for that go away heat. She wasn't ready for it. She wasn't emotionally ready for it. And that's what it was. It was go away heat. I hope the reaction she's getting now, I hope it's doing well for her.
It seems like it's doing really good for her, man.
Mm-hmm.
Say that it looks like she's having tons and tons of fun next to somebody like Alexa, who was
who I think is a legitimate friend of hers, right?
I think so. Yeah, like it's good to still have Alexa back and everything too, as well. Like Alexa's
I'm glad that they found something for Alexa to do too. Yeah, on top of that.
Yeah, man. Like you gotta have something, Alexa.
I was hoping Lily would be retired, but whatever. That was cool.
Lily and Charlie.
I think she's outgrown the Lily thing, man. But I don't know. Those dolls might fail. So.
Maybe it'll play a part into the story, maybe long term. Probably.
I hope not.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe Charlotte goes dark or something. I don't.
Oh God, no!
Like, can you imagine? every female that goes into a goth fetish.
Fuck that. All right, man. We need to wrap it up.
Well, guys, this has been another episode of Turnbuckles and Turntables. What was this, episode 37?
I don't know.
37. This man don't even know. This man don't even know. He don't even care about the pod no more, y'all. He don't even care. He don't even care about the
Yeah. I know. I'm just on this blank wall. Earbuds in. They ain't even doing shit. I ain't even like.
Oh, I know. All right, y'all. Another great episode of Turnbuckles and Turntables podcast, and we will see you next time.
And I promise I'ma take it to the peak. I was on fumes, now I'm on full, no bull. I remember when my tank was on E. I swear. Bet on me, 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 bet on me. Doing once, not twice, if you try to me. No business to hell, as you